So you're going for a trip, you bought a new luggage, you set the passcode, and as soon as you get to your destination, you cannot open the lock. So this means that you forgot your password. I mean, in most cases, you really forget your password. But how about if the lock of your brand new luggage is broken? And I know what you're thinking, it's a brand new luggage, it's impossible that the lock is broken, but it's only 3 digits combination of numbers and the chances of forgetting it are very slim. Just like the luggage that I have here in front of me, this is a brand new luggage. I bought it 2 days before we go for Alaska cruise, and I set the same passcode with my other 2 luggages, and after we check in, we got to our stateroom and we tried to open it. We opened the other 2 luggages, no problem. Aside from this one, we cannot open the lock. So today I'm going to show you guys how to determine if the lock of your luggage is broken, even though it doesn't look broken from the outside. Either way, I will show you guys how to open it if the lock of your luggage is broken or you forgot your password. So let's get to it. Right, so here you can see that I set the passcode 2000 and that is unlock, and let's put it in and it's unlock. Now okay, let's go back to 00 again. That's our password, and it doesn't unlock anymore. As I mentioned earlier, I already know that this lock is broken, but it doesn't look damaged. You guys can see right there, so everything is intact, right? But you guys see that I just scrambled the numbers. And if you are listening carefully when I was turning all the wheels, you can hear the indication there that there is something wrong with the mechanism of the lock. That's the one changing your password. This wheel here on the left is jumping every time. Hear that? That's the sound that is broken. That said that this wheel is broken, it means a number here was changed, but here is still the same. Oops, I hear the jump there too. Okay, so let's see if we can still open it, hopefully, right? So I hear the click here as well. This one I didn't hear a click. So now we'll try to open it. Oops, see, 0 doesn't open anymore. So we're gonna try that one by one. Still jumping. See, it's not gonna work because you can hear that that's just still skipping the gear when you turn it. It has to be smooth like that. See, 3, 2, oops. I think the best way is to push it down just to make sure. See, it doesn't open anymore. It just keeps skipping. Nope, still doesn't open. There you go. It turns to 1. So good thing this one didn't jump. So yeah, so now our password now is 100, and if we lock that again, oops, and scramble again, see that? Now we go to 100 again. That hopefully it will open. Right, so it doesn't open again. So that's what I'm saying. When it happens, we usually think that we forget the password. But think about this, it's only 3 sets of numbers. So the chances of forgetting that is very slim, especially if you have multiple luggages and you set the same password on all of them and doesn't open anymore. So that's how you find out if the lock of your luggage is broken. Listen to that clicking sound. Once that clicks like that, it means the mechanism inside is jumping. So let me show you exactly what's going on with this wheel here on the left. So if the lock of your luggage is not broken, when you turn the number, that bottom part of the plastic should turn as well. As you guys can see right there. All right. Right, so let's go to the second one. I did not put the mark here, but I think you guys can see it clearly. Oops. This is clearly that it's turning with the wheel. So let's go to the third one. So when I turn the wheel, this 0 should stay in between this mark here and that mark, right? So like this, like that. So the 0 should still stay on the marking that I make. So now let's try to turn the wheel like just normal, like we are opening the luggage. There you go. I hear lots of click. So after turning the wheel as normal, like opening the luggage, as you can see that the 0 is not in between of the markings that I made anymore. And once you hear that clicking noise, there's a possibility that your password has been changed without your knowledge. So especially if you have a brand new luggage, you just bought it, you will never think that the locking mechanism is broken. You will always think that you forget your password. Okay, so let's try to open it again. If you guys remember that the passcode that we set was 000 and then it was changed by itself to 100. So let's go 1. That's already 0. It's 100 and it doesn't open anymore. Even we go back to 00, hopefully it will open. It doesn't open, right? So again, that's the indication of the broken lock. Listen to that clicking sound when you are trying to unlock your luggage, because we already know that the broken one is the one on the left, so it means the middle and the one on the right doesn't change. So we're just gonna leave that to 0, and then let's try to move this one by one. As long as we can move it like smooth like that, no clicking, we should find out which number it's jumped to. Oh, it's click again. That's okay, 5. Oh, again, it's clicks. Sometimes you have to move it the other way. Hopefully it will go back to 0. But there you go. So now we changed our passcode to 800. So let's put this in again. And then let's open, right? Okay, and then let's try to turn the wheel until the passcode changes. It jumps now. Hear the clicking. Okay, let's go to 800 again. Just go to 800. There you go, it doesn't open again. So now let me show you how to open the luggage in case you forget your passcode and assuming that the lock of your luggage is not broken. So now let's set the passcode without remembering it by pulling this tab here and then release. Right, so that was 971 before. Let's see if it's gonna open. Doesn't open anymore. And then put this in. There you go. There you go. So now we cannot open it. So now you have to pay attention at the bottom of the wheel right there. You have to look for the slot right there. So the right one is already showing. You have to make sure that the number on the top is also aligned to the markings here. So now let's look for the one in the middle. There you go. I set that to the same position, and the number there is also in the center. And then the third one, there you go. So now it's showing 181. Now that we have all the slot on the same position and all the number and on the top are centered to the marking, what we have to do is to turn the wheel on the same direction one at a time. Doesn't matter if you turn it to the left or to the right, but in my case I'd like turning it to the right. Is much easier using my left thumb. So pay attention with the number. So that's 1. When you turn it 1 time, that should turn to 2. And the second one, it shows 9. So when you turn it to the right, it will show 0. So the one on the right is 1. So when you turn it, it should be 2. And then, so every time you turn the wheel once, you have to try to open the lock. and if it doesn't, you're just gonna keep going one at a time. 3, 1, 3, still doesn't open. 4, 2, and 4, and 5, 3, and 5, 6, 4, and 6, 7, 5, and 7, still doesn't open. Again, still doesn't open. There you go, it opens. So again, if you forget your password and you know that the lock is not broken, that's what you have to do. You just have to find that slot at the bottom part of the wheel and position it the same direction, and then turn them one by one on the same direction. And every time you turn, you have to try to open the lock. And if it doesn't open, you're just gonna keep going until you find the right number. So right now what we have is 979. Alright, so hopefully you find this information helpful, and if you do, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and probably subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.